I know, everyone thinks the NFL is scripted. What if I told you the AFC and NFC title games will not go how you expect? Here are 10 bold predictions for both the AFC and NFC championship, and my final scores and Super Bowl picks. Starting with the NFC and starting with the least bold take. Jaden Daniels will have 300 all-purpose yards in all of his playoff games this year, whether he wins or loses the NFC championship game. Meaning, even if Jaden Daniels loses, I am predicting he goes for over 300 all-purpose. And the reason that this is a bold prediction, because no quarterback has ever had 300 yards in a playoff run that's lasted more than 3 games. And Jaden Daniels has had 300 all-purpose yards in every game of the playoffs so far. This is also a little bit of a bold prediction because I'm predicting that he makes this kind of history against the league's #1 ranked defense. But I worry about the Quinyon Mitchell injury. I worry that some of these younger DBs in the Eagles secondary are going to get fooled by the Cliff Kingsbury offense. Jaden Daniels is going to sneak a few big plays in this game, either with his legs or through the air. All right, my second boldest prediction for the NFC title game. Jalen Hurts is going to have his best game as a passer this season, which I know is not a very high bar to set this year, but I've been saying it all playoffs. I've been saying it all season. When things crunch down and we get to the NFC title game and the Eagles have to play a really good defensive coordinator, a really good defensive head coach, a really good defense with linebackers to slow down Saquon Barkley, they're just going to load the box and force Jalen Hurts to throw it. The time has come, and I have the utmost confidence in Washington's defense to be able to slow Saquon, which is going to lead to Jalen Hurts having to step up. And because he's so banged up, I think he's a little bit less reliant on his legs than usual. And we see A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith draw a bunch of one-on-one coverages in this game. And the Washington Commanders are basically going to risk it and say, hey, Jalen can't make the throw. I think he is good in this game and has his best passing game of the season. And he has to be good. He has to be great or they're going to lose. My third boldest prediction for the NFC title game, Jalen Carter becomes the next Aaron Donald. Now, it's going to take more than just one game to become Aaron Donald, but I do think he has an Aaron Donald-like impact on this game. The interior O-line of the Washington Commanders is banged up. And if they are weakened at any spot, it's there. And if there's any spot against this Eagles team you don't want to be weak at, it's there. Jalen Carter has been an absolute animal this season and his whole career, to be honest. But he's really gotten into shape to be able to play all 3 downs and dominate. The Eagles defense has taken this leap to #1 a lot because of their draft picks, in addition to the secondary. But a lot because of one man taking a leap to the top 3, top 5 of defensive tackles in the league, Jalen Carter. I think he gets multiple tackles for loss. I think he has a sack or 2. I think he defends a key pass on a key 3rd down late in the game. And bold prediction, I think that Jalen Carter will be accepted undebatably as the MVP of the NFC Championship. Because my second boldest prediction, like I said, about them loading the box and slowing down Saquon Barkley, forcing Jalen Hurts to take these shots one-on-one outside. The Washington Commanders will hold Saquon to less than 100 yards rushing, which seems impossible at this point for even the best defense in the league. Like I said, at a certain point when you're asked to stop one player in one game for all the marbles, you aren't going to let that one player beat you. It's going to be someone else. Philly has to get something from someone else. I think it's going to be #1. I think it's going to be #11. But I promise you, my second boldest prediction is going to come true. Saquon may go over 100 all-purpose by sheer volume. Talking about receiving and rushing yards. He may go over 100, but he will have less than 100 pure rushing total. Washington has also put an extreme focus on improving their tackling this year. They were awful a year ago, and now they're one of the more elite tackling teams in the league. They're not going to let Saquon break off a bunch of these runs like he has the last couple of weeks, like he did against the Rams multiple times last week. And then my final and boldest prediction about the NFC Championship game, even though the Eagles outmatched the Commanders almost across the board, I think that this game comes down to the final play. This game will not end until zeros hit the clock. We will not be seeing either team kneeling out the time. We will not see either team winning by 10 points with 10 minutes left. It is going to come down to Hail Marys. It's going to come down to a game-winning field goal. It's going to come down to a touchdown needed to send us to overtime. Something like that. That's how close this game is going to be. Book it. The Cardiac Commanders got one more heart stopper in them. I'll give you my NFC title score prediction and AFC title score prediction after I give you my AFC title bold prediction. But first, before we move on, make sure you hop down in the comment section below and drop a bold prediction for the NFC title game. The first bold prediction for the AFC title game: the Buffalo Bills hold the Chiefs to 1 touchdown in the first half. This Bills defense is humming at the right time. And a focus in this has to be the fact that the Chiefs have started a bunch of games off slow this year, including the last one. I think it happens again. And this Bills defense is young, hungry. They're going to come into this thing high energy, ready to set the tempo. I think they give Josh Allen an early advantage and an early lead in the game. And my second bold prediction for the AFC, a little bit more bold, but not crazy. Josh Allen will have 85 plus yards rushing and 3 rushing touchdowns in this game. It just seems every time we have a big game, Josh Allen says, enough is enough. I will take this into my own hands if I have to. And Josh Allen just is more willing to take off, more willing to hurdle somebody, more willing to truck stick, more willing to avoid the sack, more willing to do everything that Josh Allen does that is unbelievable on a football field every week. And it's one of those big games. It's going to be cold, and this KC secondary is very good. A very good matchup against the Bills' weapons. I think we're going to see a lot of man coverage like we do from KC. We're going to see some blitzes. We're going to see some heavy rushes, some stunts thrown at Josh Allen. He evades a lot of this stuff and just takes off. And then when we get down to the goal line, the Bills don't play any games with James Cook. They don't play any games with throwing the ball. Josh Allen pounds that thing in anywhere from like 10 yards to the goal line. Don't play games, Buffalo. Smash them. Now, this may be the most boldest take of the video, but I put it in the middle of the AFC bold takes because I didn't know how to rank it. My bold prediction is that the referees will make an extended effort not to interfere in this game. Not to interfere in this game. Just want to be clear. I just feel like the storylines, the talk, the chatter all around the internet about the refs helping the Chiefs has gone overboard. I feel like we are multiple years into this now. The NFL has to be tired of us all saying it's rigged for KC to win. So I think in this AFC title game specifically, the refs take their noses out of it. Now, this could still work out in the Chiefs' favor if there's a no call late in the game. But the way the refs do this, the way the refs leave this on the field and we have no controversy at the end, did they eat a lot of these close penalties? They eat a lot of these things that are 50-50 calls that go KC's way, and there's just no penalty at all. I think the NFL has an understanding also that a lot of fans are at a point where they will not watch the Super Bowl if the Chiefs make it. Like, I will watch the Super Bowl no matter who is playing in the Super Bowl. If it's the Chiefs, I'm rooting for the other team with all my heart and soul. Even if they win 10 more, knock on wood. Let's please, we cannot deal with any more of these. And then my second boldest prediction out of the AFC title game, get ready. This is Travis Kelce's final game in the NFL, and holy shit, I'm getting the chills and the goosebumps just saying that out loud. His brother is absolutely enjoying his post-football life. There is no way you could tell me that Travis isn't watching what Jason's doing right now and envying the shit out of him. Travis is a multiple-time Super Bowl champion. Already an all-time greatest tight end ever. The only tight end that he can really go and get is one of his heroes, Tony Gonzalez. Does he want to go and get all of his records anyways? Travis Kelce is one of the richest tight ends ever, one of the richest football players in history, simply because he's probably going to marry Taylor Swift one day. He loves the game. I think he leaves it all out there on that field and has a great game in his final game. As you can tell, I'm spoiling my prediction for the AFC Championship game a little bit here. This will be Travis Kelce's last game, which brings me to my 5th, 10th, and hottest overall bold prediction for the AFC and NFC title game this weekend. The Buffalo Bills beat the Chiefs by more than 10 points. Which is a great time to bring me into my score predictions for the AFC and NFC title. I think that this Bills and Chiefs game starts kind of slow, with Josh Allen and the Bills picking it up and building a lead in the second quarter. Like I said in my bold predictions, I think the Chiefs only score 7 to 10 points in the first half. KC's playing down by a touchdown, down by 10 points most of the second half. They do claw their way back in it at a point, just for Buffalo to take off in the fourth quarter like an avalanche, like they have to so many teams this year, and like they did to the Chiefs earlier on in the regular season. And with Mahomes trying to make a miracle play late in the fourth quarter, he turns it over, giving the ball back to the Bills to score and officially put it away, winning 31-20 in KC. And then for the NFC title game, this one's really hard to predict. There's so many questions. If the Commanders can't slow down Saquon Barkley, they're toast. And if they do, and Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball outside the numbers, the Eagles could be toast. Look, as I've said in the video already, I sincerely think Washington has a chance. I think this game does go down to the final play or plays, but in a back and forth battle that goes touchdown, touchdown, big play, defensive play all game. Philly gets the ball with 6 to 8 minutes left, goes on an absolute clock-killing drive, runs almost the entire clock out, scores the go-ahead touchdown, gives it back to Jaden Daniels, who has no timeouts, probably less than a minute to try and make a miracle happen. And this game ends with Jaden Daniels failing to complete a Hail Mary pass, and the Eagles go to the Super Bowl to play the Buffalo Bills this year, where I will give you my Super Bowl pick. But real quick, if you've never met me before, hi, I'm NFLMike, an NFL content creator that creates NFL content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and twice on Sundays. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you're an NFL fan, what are you doing? And turn on notifications so you can be here every time I upload or go live. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Every single one of you can help me get there. All right, my updated Super Bowl pick with my week 1 pick, the Baltimore Ravens eliminated finally, has changed. It has to change this year. The Buffalo Bills will win their franchise's first Super Bowl in history when Josh Allen leads them over the Philadelphia Eagles in a thriller. Who knows what'll happen? Comment your updated Super Bowl pick and some bold predictions for this weekend, because sooner rather than later, the ball definitely won't lie.
Bill Flames, I went Mike on the mic. With something brand new, one time for your mind. He gave you fair warning. Now it's time to smack him in the mouth with that raw sports talk from the town. Sweet chin music to your favorite sportscaster.